Hi viewers, welcome to today's show. This is Teens Untold with me, Aunt Madge. You're back again. It's another Sunday, and today, okay, most of the teenagers out there, they keep complaining like their relationship between them and their parents, haiko poa. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, where are they going wrong? And with me today is a young girl who is also a teenager, and he's also a student. And with her relationship with her parents, it's so good. They do so well, and that is the reason why I invited her today, because I want her to educate us, to let us know like what exactly does she do to make sure like her and the parents, they are doing so well. And with no further ado, I'm going to give her an opportunity to introduce herself. Karibu sana Luciana.
Thank you very much.
Nataka uangalie ile kamera pale, utuambie majina yako.
Okay.
And of course, uko shule gani, what form are you in, and of course, when you grow up, what do you want to be?
Okay.
Yes.
Hello viewers, my name is Luciana Njeri Kamori and I'm a student in Form 1 at State House Girls High School.
Wow.
And I believe right now I'm a doctor, and so when I'm done with my studies, I'll just continue with what I believe I am.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is so powerful.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy, like at your age, you already know, like, you know, what you are.
Yeah.
And of course, after school, that is the only thing you're going to pursue.
Yeah.
Karibu sana, Luciana.
Thank
It's
you.
such an honor and a pleasure to have you here. Manze, I feel so blessed. Yeah. And I'm so, it was a long wait. I've been so waiting for this day, and finally we are here, and I thank God for that opportunity. You know, most young people out there, like I have a lot of sessions with them, and if there is one thing that they always complain, is like their relationship with their parents. You know, they come to you with issues, and of course when you take them back to the parents and you're like telling them, you know, it's always good to talk to your parents, and they are like, you know, it can't work, you know, because the relationship between them and their parents, it's not good. But no, I come to you and I look at you, like you, the way you interact with your parents, you know, you do so well. And I thought it would be well to invite you here. At least you also educate the other young people out there. And of course you educate me as a person. At least even when I'm handling them, I know how to go about it. And of course, for a start off, how is your relationship between you and your parents?
Okay, my relationship between me and my parents, it's strong, it's healthy.
Okay.
It's strong and it's healthy.
Very healthy.
Yes.
And I'm so glad it is. And of course I see that.
Yeah.
What makes it healthy?
Okay, for me to say that the relationship between my parents and myself is healthy and strong, it's because there are some things which are not in that kind of a relationship, and there are other things which are in that relationship. First of all, the relationship between me and my parents, there is respect, there is obedience, and also there is love.
Okay.
So that's why that relationship is strong and healthy. Yeah.
So first of all and foremost, there's love between your people.
Yes.
And of course there's a strong love, and of course a very strong bond. You know, when I see you having a conversation with your dad, and you know, like you and your dad hugging, it's nothing. You know, there are some young girls out there who cannot hug their dad, and they just feel like that is a taboo, like it's something that cannot be done. And of course when I see that, I know, like, of course there's that love between the two of you, and of course there's respect, which is the key thing in every kind of relationship, be between a mom and a dad, or between a dad and a daughter and daddy, and of course daughter and mom, you know. There's that the relationship is key, and of course being obedient, you know. And I want us to focus more on the obedient part, because most definitely I know probably that is what like doesn't go well with so many young people out there, with like this the obedient. Okay, to you, what okay, how can you define obedient?
Okay, that's a very good question. So being obedient, I'm going to say that when obeying, you listen to your parent. As a teenager, you listen to your parent, and you make yourself look subordinate to them.
Okay.
You listen to them attentively in an effort to heed what they have told you.
Okay.
From a superior. You see, in the army, when the commander-in-chief gives an instruction to the others, they follow the instruction given to the commander, and they don't question. They just say, yes, sir, and they do it. So being obedient, you heed to what your parent has told you. You say, yes, mom, yes, dad. You do it without questioning, just like the way the others do in the army.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so powerful. And I just love that. You know, like the details, you know, of course, like that what like is in you.
Okay.
That shows like how well like your parents have brought you up. You know, obedience, it's like like what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. And what is the main reason why you know to some they will say like you know, there are some things they say and like deep down inside you and you're like apana, that doesn't go well with me, you know, because like I've woken up in the morning, you know, probably my parents want me to wake up at 7, but it's on a weekend, ama it's over the holidays. Me, I want to like wake up, I want to have my time until around 9, around 10, you know. How do you deal with, do you reach at a point whereby you're fighting with such feelings?
Okay, you see, where a parent knows what he or she is doing, and whatever they are telling you, it's for the benefit of the child. So when you've been told to wake up at 7, you do it. Just wake up at 7, and then you do as you have been told. Maybe later on you can ask your parent, why did you tell me to wake up at 7, for clarification, so that you can know the reason behind your parents telling you to wake up at 7. But you don't say, no, I'm not going to wake up at 7 because it's on a weekend. You obey, because the parent, what they are telling you, it's for your own benefit.
Hey, wow.
Yeah.
That is so powerful.
Yes.
So they tell you, you should obey first.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
Then you question it later.
We question it later.
And that is a message that you want to pass to the young people today. That like everything a parent say, they are saying it to your own benefit.
Yeah.
So the moment they say it, of course you should do it. Number one, you should obey.
Yes.
You know, these are commands that is given to you that you should obey.
Yeah.
And of course it's not given out of love, but it's given with love.
Yes.
And of course you should obey because they mean well.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that you need to question, you should question it. You question it later.
You question it later after you have already done what you have been told.
Thank you so much for that, Luciana.
You're
and I'm
welcome.
happy because I'm also learning. I'm also learning from you, you know, and of course, everything that I pick from you today, of course, I'm also getting empowered. And of course, I'm going to empower others out there. And I'm happy I came to the right person, okay, to have a discussion about it. And I'm so impressed. So, now, so many teenagers have issues. Like last Sunday, we were talking about teenagers and partying, you know, and there are so many people, there are so many teenagers out there that like they want, like this is their lifestyle, like they're making it their lifestyle, like it's something that they need to do, you know, and without it, they don't feel cool, you know, they don't feel like, you know, I'm living my life.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Like in such a contest, what would you want to advise like young people out there?
Okay. So, like you, for you being a teenager,
Yes.
you have to understand that you are still a child, and you have a parent, and your parent is the one who to give instructions, and for you it's just to follow. For example, when your parent has told you no to something, you listen to it and you do it, because for now you are still a child. When now time comes for your parents to release you, they've already entrusted you to take care of yourself. Now you can do those things. But for now, you are still a child, and your parent is the one who is supposed to take care of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so strong.
Yeah.
They need to understand that you're still very young.
Yes,
And of course, they need to be guided.
Yes.
They're still under their parents.
Yes.
And of course, they should follow.
Yes.
And for you as Luciana, today you can stand and say, it's because of my obedience. It's because of my listening to my parents.
Yeah.
That is basically the reason why your relationship and your parents is very key.
Yes.
Nice. Now, I'm thinking of a situation whereby, you know, when you're a teenager, there's so many changes that do occur in you. how do you deal with such issues? Do you feel comfortable talking to your parents about anything?
Okay.
And of course, if you do, how do they deal
Okay.
with such issues?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you find yourself dealing with some challenges and then maybe at that time you're not able to come out of those challenges on your own, it's very advisable to go and consult your parents before you go to any other person. You go consult your parents, and then your parents together with you will come up with a solution together, and then through that you are able to come out of that challenge.
How is it hard for you to do that, Ama? It's so easy, because to some teenagers out there it is very hard.
Okay.
Like even like approaching your parents to like share anything, regardless of how tough or how light it might be. It's very hard for them like to approach their parents. So as for you, do you have those hardship? Do you experience any hardship when it comes to like talking to your parents about anything?
No. As I said before, the relationship between me and my parents is very strong. So when it comes to those challenges, it's very easy for me to approach them because I know they are available. Yeah.
And when you go and share with them whatever it is, do they support you, or do you end up feeling judged?
Okay.
Or maybe mishandled?
Okay.
You know, how does it make you feel?
Okay. So for my parents, what they tell me is that they are always on my side. Even if anything that I've done, they are always on my side. So we also have to understand that there are other times that we make mistakes. And when you make a mistake, it doesn't mean that you didn't know what was right or what was wrong. You just need to be reminded the right thing to do again. So when you just go to your parents, let them remind you that this and this that you did was wrong. Don't repeat it again. Instead, do this and this when this and this happen. Just like that, and then everything is sorted out.
Okay. So the bottom line here is, yeah, it is okay to go to your parents.
Yeah.
And to you, it's done so freely based on the relationship that you have with them. And of course, it doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how the parents are going to handle it.
Okay.
Is that what you mean? Like, it depends on how the parents will handle it. That is what like is enough, like going to them. Because if you go to them and probably they are not on your side, number one, and probably you feel judged. You understand my question?
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable going to them?
Okay, maybe it depends on the kind of a mistake that you have done. You know, there's this mistake I can go tell them, but there's this mistake I won't, and I can't. there are those that you're going to say that. So what you do, those mistakes that you can't, if the parents have been able to sort out the other small mistakes, even these other one that you think it's too big, they will also handle it. There's just like the way we say, there's nothing too big for God to handle.
Sure.
You just go to your parents, they will handle. Yeah.
So regardless of how big or small the mistake is, the key word is make your parents your best friends.
Yeah.
Like regardless of whatever that happened, like you can go to them freely.
Yeah.
You know, you can talk to them about anything, even when you do something wrong. And why do you know it is wrong?
Okay. So when it comes to our daily living and the things that we do, when you do something and then you're asked why you did this, there is no way you're going to say, the reason why I did this is because I didn't know it was wrong. Every time we're doing things, we know this is right and we know this is wrong. So when you're doing a mistake, when you're doing something wrong, you'll definitely know that what I'm doing, it's not right and it's wrong. So immediately you know that what you're doing is wrong, just stop it. Yeah. Okay.
So immediately you know what you're doing isn't right. The best thing to do is to stop.
Yeah.
And immediately you stop, you make sure you don't repeat it.
Yes.
Some other time.
Yes.
And of course, by so doing, it empowers you as a person. And of course, it creates a very good relationship between you and of course your parents. Okay?
Yes.
So what I'm picking from you today is that it is okay to talk to your parents regardless of how hard the situation is, because that is how you build a bond between you and your parents. And that is what you want the young people to understand today.
Yes.
That communication is key in every relationship. You know, nowadays they think communication is only when they are dealing with boy-girl relationship.
No.
You know, even when it comes to your parents, communication is key. And that is what you want to teach them today, that they should learn. And of course, that is what has eaten up the relationship between you and your parents. Because you do so well. You know, you do so well. I can remember there is a time, it was on your birthday, and I can remember your dad posted it on Facebook, like the gift they gave you. They just went and sat with you down, and of course they were having a conversation with you. How did that make you feel?
Okay, I think that birthday is when I was celebrating my 15th birthday.
Wow.
It was so nice. Yeah.
I know so many young people out there would have expected like a gift, you know, like this huge, like they bought something. But I can remember like it was a gift that they gave you, like they went and just had a sitting with you. And of course had a, like you guys had a family time and you just had a discussion.
It was like a picnic.
Yeah. Did that make you feel special?
Yes.
And what would you advise other parents out there?
Okay. For parents, when they are doing things, they're trying to make their children be happy. And for my mother and my dad to do that, they knew it was going to make me happy. And also for those parents who buy for their children other gifts, they do that because they know that it's going to make their children happy, and which is okay. It's okay to make your child happy. Yeah.
But to their definition. Of course, like you make your child happy based on what makes them happy.
Yes.
You know, like for you, what they did meant a lot to you, and it was so special. And for that parent out there who like knows like buying a gift to their child will also make them happy, it is still okay.
Yes.
That is exactly what you mean.
Yes.
Thank you so much
You're
for sharing all that, Luciana.
Okay.
I'm so happy, like happy for that insight. And as you were talking, you're not only educating our teenagers out there, but I have also learned a lot being also a mother to teenagers. You know, and of course one who deals with young people out there. And there are so many things that I've picked from you today that of course I'm going to of course educate them as well for them to understand. And the most importantly is like when you're taught to do something, even before you question it, you should do it first. Then questioning comes later. So you have to obey first.
Yes.
And of course, after that, you question whatever it is. If you just felt probably it wasn't okay.
Yeah, maybe if you need to question, maybe to your own thinking, you are wondering why they told me that. You can question it later after you have done it. Yeah, obeying is key to having a healthy relationship with your parents, because even we are being told in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 1, children, obey your parents. This is for all children, to obey their parents, because obeying your parent is right in the Lord, and it is the right thing to do. And then it continues to say, so that all may be well with you. So through you obeying, all is well with you as a child. All is well, and your days here on earth is added. Obeying your parents is the only commandment with a promise. Yeah, so for all to be well with children and their parents, including their relationship, obedience must be there. Obedience is key. Yeah.
Awesome. That is so beautiful. And I'm so impressed. And I'm so happy that I called you here. You were the right person to be on that seat. Of course, having this conversation with, and I'm glad that I have learned as well, and I'm gonna. I have taken a lot out of you, and I'm so looking forward to having more of this conversation with you. And of course, you still also get that opportunity to educate other young people out there. So now the parting shot. I want you to look kwa ile camera. What should you want to educate the young people out there, and not only the young people, also parents? What would you want parents to understand? Like out of the couple of things that you've seen your parents doing that have made you like so easy to go to them. Because there are times you find that parents are the ones that make it difficult for their kids to go to them. So what has your parents been doing? This has made you like be so free with them. Like it's easy for you to go to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a message to the teenagers. For you to have a healthy relationship with your parents, obedience is key, just like what you are told by God. For God to tell all the children to obey their parents, God is the one who created us, and so he has designed us in a way that we are able to do. So when it comes to obedience, you are able to do it, just do it. And for the parents, you just help your children to obey and show them what is right.
Thank you so much for that.
You're
A
welcome.
very strong parting shot. I'm impressed. Our viewers, that is all we have for today. Until next Sunday, this is still Untold. Goodbye.